Good morning, blue solar hands in the wave spell of the blue storm. This body finds itself in a very strange combination of buzz, energy, and neither tiredness nor sleepiness really hit it. But there's like a, maybe it's the gravity, the pull of gravity. I like that. How about that? So this makes me think like life is like this. The first word that comes to mind immediately gets censored. It was going to be battle. See how conditioned my mind is to this language of battling and battle. Oh, get out of that. Dancing with the forces of nature. And I want to say dancing against the forces of nature. And therein lies strengthening. How come for the child? There's none of that. The seed drives towards the sun. The child is not weighed down by gravity. And then at some point in our lives, gravity becomes a force you start to feel. But I've spoken about this. I feel it. To me, it feels. My interpretation of it is it's actually a very warm, loving pull towards the earth. It's like the way a lover calls you gently back into bed. Come back, come back to me. There's so much left to do and explore. Just bring yourselves back into my belly of the earth and let me eat you up and inseminate you and fertilize you. My doorbell is ringing. Give me a second. Yeah. Okay, gravity. Okay, blue hand. Let's never mind gravity. Not never mind gravity, because the good news is that we are developing methods and instruments to measure gravity, apparently, and to see it in a way that we can then do what the ancients used to be able to do. Change its patterning, change its effect. What is casually called anti-gravity, nanina. Blue solar hand. Yeah. Blue solar hand. Damn, I was so excited to get to this place this morning coming here. I don't feel like speaking. I don't feel like coming here at all. And this wave spell ends up in the blue monkey, cosmic monkey. For anyone, a monkey, inner child, play, illusion, magic. The blue monkey. The relationship with a monkey and the storm is very important. Auto-generation. In childhood, all these patterns all the trajectories get laid. They're not cast in stone, but unless we change them, well, they become our tracks, like train tracks. And you can take that childhood further back. You can go into past lives. You can go Akasha records. You can go wherever you want. But that's the way it determines our past. Past equals future. But the way we think of that determines the present. And what determines that? If we go quantum and we say there is no past and there is no future, at least none that is distinguishable one from the other, everything is now, there's superposition, there's this, there's that, then it's like, what is this past? In this moment, I am here, remembering a childhood. What is this childhood? And this has been part of the transition for me to move from linear time into the now in a very practical way. Let me try not to meander too much here. I'm thinking convergence. I'm thinking the point where everything, or where things converge, where they meet. Our religious teachings, our quantum physics, our regular physics, chemistry, biology, medicine, you name it, philosophy. There are points where they meet and where they affirm each other, or where we get to realize they are just different languages or different models of describing the same thing. And how wonderful that is, that we can, as humans, develop these different models. And just because I can't understand your language, which I then call, I don't believe, like, in your cosmology, but I found my own, or I follow this one, not that one. But we arrive at the same destination. We arrive at the same conclusion, and that is universal truth. Gravity would be a universal kind of truth, and being able to defy gravity in some way would not negate that truth. It would just mean, yeah, you figured out how to jump and stay suspended. You figured out how to lift objects and really and change the way its mass and gravity relationship. You've changed it, so it's easy for you to lift it. It's possibly quite likely that the ancients who built some of these amazing monuments on our planet used techniques like that. Makes more sense than technology that we can't find a trace of. But that also could make sense, because how old are they? I mean, I wonder, all of our civilization here with all our tools and buildings and everything, how long, if we take Berlin, if today everybody left it, and let's say no major disaster, but yeah, how about, what would it take? How long would it take for there to not be really any trace, any recognizable trace of left of us And what would be the last things that would be recognizable? What would it be? Some buildings? Would it be some metallic objects? What would decay or decompose? Plastic, the slowest. I wonder. And then civilizations, tens of thousands of years from now, would look at those things and would they recognize them or have any idea what they are? Anyway, blue hand in this wave spell. What's interesting in this day is the double realization. We are coming to realize that we can realize. And that's a huge bloody thing in evolution. If you can realize that you can realize, it's like becoming aware that you're aware. And with that, we make a major leap in our own evolution. The solar hand is tone number 9. Pulse, realize, intentions, one of my favorite tones. Solar. This it's like this pulsing our realization and intention. Intention realized, realization intended. Realize what to intend next. Who's intending? You have been intended. I have been intended. I am intended. Let's take time out of the equation. We have the white wizard in the antipodal, in the occult position today, on tone 5, the center of this occult wave spell of love. Today the blue hand reminds us of healing. We can realize, we're realizing that something that is a part of us. Let's stay with our own selves here. The divine is a part of us. Let's not move anything to outside of us. But I have to, because for a lot of us, just keeping it within us, it doesn't work, because it's very much, okay, either where we place it, something intends or has intended, if we want to bring in time, who we are, that we get born, that this soul incarnates into this body. We ourselves intend, are we going to have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea? Are we having breakfast? What are we having for breakfast? What time are we getting up? What work are we doing? What is the intention behind the work we are doing? Etc. It is endless. Everything comes out of an intention. And when it comes to healing, it's vitally important to understand what is the intention. I may be doing things or wanting things or experiencing things. If the intention isn't known, I may end up in the prison and not understand, proverbially, not understand what am I doing here. And if I don't understand, well, my intention has always been, or on some level is very strongly, to be secure or to be conforming, to fit in. I may develop a lifestyle that diminishes my freedom but keeps me safe. Stuff like that. So if I don't understand the intention of my self, or that there may be seriously clashing intentions pulling us in opposite directions, causing a lot of tension, pulling us, away from each other. Then there's tension pulling us. If the left pulls to the right and the right, something on the right pulls to the left, they're crossing paths. It causes friction. So realizing what the intentions are and then becoming conscious intenders, not conscious efforters and God of missioner, unless you want that, you like that. We have the the wizard and the occult. Receptivity is the medicine. Receptivity, awe, and endless timelessness. The now. You can't heal anywhere else. It's all now. Your prayer is not worth much if you think, oh, I'll pray about that in 5 minutes or tomorrow or whatever. I mean, when you do it, it activates. If you're in a dark room and in 5 minutes you're going to turn on the light, until you turn on the light, there isn't going to be a light. And the light can only be turned on now. I feel this, the way we live in the Western civilization, the way we are completely indoctrinated into the reality of time, into this time machine that keeps us actually time traveling in not the way it's usually meant when they say we time travel, when time travel is talked about. We're mentally, it's very ineffective. It's very ineffective, and yeah, that's, I myself am like still like realizing the deeper I dive into the now, into, it changes the order of reality very, very much. And there we go with the idea of moving to 1320. The 1320 time frequency is very, very, very different to the linear 1260. I have made a little video reading out the difference somewhere early on. You can find it. Its color is purple if you're interested. It's the only purple. We have all the other fellas here are solar, which means all the wave spells, analog, antipode, not all of them, both of those two. Let's not talk about the guide. Are pulsing and realizing within their wave spells. And they are the moon and the analog sun. A reminder for anyone who hasn't listened in the last couple of days, the analog sun wave spell is not the regular sun wave spell. It starts from the magnetic sun, but it moves backwards. In this wave spell, I've realized the analog wave spell, I've understood. I can't say I've understood it, or at least not its function, but I understood, or I've like come to realize how it moves backwards. The tonality of it is forwards. Da 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 da. It's not going da 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 da. The occult is going da 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 da. It's moving backwards. So together we make a music. It's like a chord. And the chord progression of the entire wave spell, like each 5 tones, if you played them, cosmic symphony. And to be able to hear that, so we have the solar human in the wave spell of the analog sun, the analog wave spell. Analog means, in this case, most like or very much like the storm. but it doesn't. I can't totally go on about that. It just fascinates me how different that wave spell is. The solar human in the regular wave spell comes out of the wave spell of the seed. It's the solar human belongs into the seed. But here we have it in the sun. And we can let that resonate with the cosmic human, which is out of the straightforward sun wave spell. I don't know that we need to, because the key frequency today is the solar hand. I suppose, I don't know, there's just so many ways to play these notes. There's so much music we can make with it. And to me personally, it activates each of these, it just activates frequencies of joy in my being. And the moon, and let's not forget we're in the wave spell of auto-generation, catalyzing energy. And today we're pulsing, realizing intention, healing, knowing, accomplishment, or accomplish, knowing, healing. Let me go somewhere I never go. And that is, there's another 3 words that I never ever mention. And that is, these 3 words, there is a power, an action, and an essence. Let's explore that for a minute. I never explore that. The power is to pulse realization. That's the power. Power, 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 power. Would I have to define that? Am I splitting the atom or hairs if I need to define that? The action is to realize, realizing, knowing. Knowledge as a healer. And knowledge as a healer is a paradigm shift to, if knowledge is the medicine, in this case, in this particular case, always on the hand, which is always on the hand, the medicine, the occult, is the wizard, timeless, receptive, timeless, magic, receptivity, enchant, timelessness, enchant. The action is enchant, enchantment, if you will. And I have said it before, we have every child, enchantment is like, it's like that's the reality of the world. And in a Western civilization, we strip our lives by and large of enchantment. We don't go through school and then think, okay, what job am I gonna, or which profession? Some of us do. Certainly artists do. The highest developed. I don't know, but like, what would enchant me the most? Is it, do I want to become a medical doctor or a lawyer because law or medicine enchant me? I love it. It's the whole mystery of it. It's like not the mystery of it, but it. What is enchantment if it isn't like being in awe of something? I want to bring in this definition of enchantment. First of all, enchant. What's the first thing that comes up? Nails. Okay, having your nails done, like, I don't know, enchant. There must be a really major, where are they? In Ireland, a nail beauty place. They're the first that comes up when I type in enchant. How's that? How much are they paying for that? Whatever, a dictionary, enchant. Fill maybe someone with great delight. Delight, delight, delight. Does it have the word light in it by any chance? I mean, hello. Sometimes language is very limiting. Sometimes language is very brilliant. Delight. Oh. See translation. No, go away. What are you doing? I don't know. Okay. And put someone or something under a spell. Bewitch. Marcia had enchanted the rope so that it simply regenerated when any length was cut off. Okay, I take up issue with the bewitched. That comes out of a time period where, witches were... the sacredness of a witch was... Oh, let's not go there. That's the shadow aspect of our humanity. I'm willfully or willingly ignoring that now. I don't know if it should belong in here in some form, at least when it comes to healing. And yes, it most certainly does when it comes to collective global healing of our human psyche, what we've done to the, what we call witches, to the holy men and women, to the healers, out of wanting to dominate, out of the desire to mind control, first through religion and later to body control, which is not any much different to mind control through medicine, thinking we are advanced. There's a kind of very dark side to modern medicine, simply because it's the dark side of us, which is let's control, we can have a lot of power, we can make a lot of money by controlling people on the level of illness and healing. I speak about that frequently. I'm not going to do that now. I want to speak about enchantment and delight. And let's go back here. Then the essence, the third word. Remember these three words: power, action, essence. The essence, in this case today, intention, the tone. The tonal essence is intention. The solar seal essence is healing. To intend healing through knowing. To me, this is, for me, it's always, I don't know, since I've had my awakening, it sounds weird, but it's always about knowing. If my body kicks up something, it's like, I don't need to pop a pill, because I just need to realize, what is my body saying? Or what is my soul saying? When I go through a dark spell, it's like, what is my soul saying? Or if I go through this, like, I can't really, there's too much gravity here. I don't really, my soul is like, or some part of me is like, do I really want to continue living? Do I want to continue in the shape of Tatiana? Does this life satisfy me? And then it's like, okay, what is it saying? If I sprain my ankle, I don't believe in coincidence. I don't believe in accidents in a traditional sense. Yes, in that case it's an accident. I trip, whatever. But why? My healing, there's a message in the situation, and what is it saying to me? And therein lies my healing, because there's the universe or my body, my soul is talking to me. I remember some 5-6 years ago, where was it? Oh yeah, oh no, oh yeah, oh no, oh when? Maybe 10 years ago? I don't know. There's a time when my left hip was really aching, all the time. And I'm like, what is going on? And I realize, yeah, you are, and I tune in hip, of course, the hip joint, leg, moving forward in life. Where was I getting stagnant? Where was I stagnating in my development? Where was I not moving? Hip, unlike knee joint, a knee joint moves only in two directions. A hip joint is a joint that's able to rotate, so has much, much greater, infinitely more options of motion than a knee joint. And I wasn't using that full range of motion, neither physically nor proverbially, since they are a reflection of each other. And In my case, maybe, yeah, I suppose, either way, but physically, I wasn't, and I wasn't moving forward in life either properly. So like, okay, once I realized that, I looked at my life and like, what am I not, where am I? And I addressed that. And as I got busy addressing that, I actually forgot about paying any attention to my hip. And if I didn't notice, the pain went away. So, knowing, healing, and what else do we have here? Again, at the top, the power is to pulse realization. Yeah, so we can't always look at the sickness, at the problem. Why are you still there? It's the focus in this wave spell, the seed, where is it? And the wizard has the seed in the antipod position. So the occult wave, but the occult wave isn't going traditionally. But still, their seed is always attached to the wizard. Now, this particular wizard, no, always this wizard, because the tonality of the occult wave is going da 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 da, but it's going backwards in time. So if we're going from this is just mind bent. I can't explain this in linearity. This is too multidimensional. This is really like, I love this, because we're starting from tone 13 in the magnetic, in the beginning of the wave, on the first day. The occult reverses. So maybe the occult wave is really like, look backwards in time. Look backwards in time. And it's the wave spell of love. And the hand shows up in 13 wave spells, but not in this configuration. It's only once on tone 9. And therefore it's only once in tone 9 in the wave spell of auto-generation is the power. The action is of the wave spell, Blue Storm. The action is energize. No, catalyze. And the essence is energy. The essence of what? The essence of the storm is energy. Now everything is energy. The human here on this tone, the human directly does not show up, but the human is the next wave spell. So this is, I've spoken about this before, the significance of this, the sequence of these wave spells, which is different to the sequence of the seals. 20 seals follow always the same sequence. But the wave spells skip over 13 because 13 tones form the wave spell. So we're in the storm and then the human. So auto-generate comes before human. Life has existed fully functioning before the human got put onto earth or got developed here. And I say that purposefully that way. Perhaps it developed itself. And never mind Darwin, he has nothing to say here. Maybe the apes woke up one day and decided like, oh, come on, this is boring. So yeah, why not? Okay, let's bring Darwin back. Welcome. Or we can converge with all our truths and put them in a pot and cook them into a dish. Delicious. Oh, there are many. Oh, I love it. I mean, cooking is just pure alchemy. We love it. It's just like you can take and leave out spices and it comes up with a different flavor in a different dish. Different spices, different ingredients. So here we are today. That is all that matters, because here we are in all our forms. We are in our DNA right now everything we've ever been. our memory, our body, our everything, it's all here. And yet, what does dormancy mean? What is a dormant memory? What is a dormant skill? Just because I'm sitting still doesn't mean my body is not able to move. Just because I live in a certain expression of myself, in a certain time that this mind, which is also a current expression of myself, experiences this way, doesn't mean myself billions of years according to this mind's understanding of time and billions of years who or what I was then still resonates here today, because in another order of reality, call it quantum, call it whatever, it is I am always all I am, and all I am is all I ever am. I love this biblical quote where Jesus says, before I was, I am. I love it. Let me find it. Shout out to Bernie. If I just type this in. Abraham. Before Abraham was, I am. Okay, here we go. Before Abraham was, I am is a profound declaration made by Jesus in John 8. How do you read these? Verse 8, line 5, 8 or something? Chapter 8, verse 85 or something? Asserting his divinity and eternal presence. By using I am instead of I was, Jesus claims the sacred name of God from Exodus 3:14, I am who I am, signifying ours, timeless nature, authority and identity as God. And Jesus always said, included us in the I am, which is different expressions. We are what he was. He was not, if he was the only son, then that's because there's only one human on this planet. And that reflects itself in every other human. Every other human form is a mirror, hall of mirrors, white mirror. Ah, so simple. And how divine is it that we can be able to forget? I mean, it's just great. I mean, if I was God, I'd be like, how do I forget myself? And then search for myself and find myself in all the places not. I mean, the cosmic joke. It's just really wonderful. Okay, let's get back to business. Shout out to Abraham. Before Abraham is, I was. We were. Hello, we are one in Shalakin. Yellow star, blue hand, realize knowing I am is the ultimate healer. I mean, I don't know what I mean, but like, I have this thing installed in my head. This thing that tries to understand itself. Like, and it can, and it can't. And that's just like the perpetuum mobile, the pulse, realize, intention. I realize I understood something. Then I realize, no, I didn't understand it. Then I realize it's changed. I didn't understand it. Then I go looking for understanding again. Then I understand it. Even if I don't look for understanding, I understand it. Then it's like, oh no, it's wrong. I didn't understand it after all. As long as I don't get stuck on the understanding and stop the flow, then the storm may not work anymore, because now red moon waves well the flow. There is no blue hand in a red moon, except indirectly through the wizard, for example, or through the human. because the human is in the yellow, of course. This is beautiful. Wait, convergence. Talk about convergence. Oh, the red earth is solar in the red moon. And this important solar tones 1, 5, 9 solar, 5 overtone, 1 magnetic, and 13 cosmic, they form the time pulsar. Time. We get to form a very different understanding of what time is. It's the way we experience one different from another, seemingly linear. But if we remove linearity from the equation, at first our mind goes like, the linear time conditioned mind doesn't compute that very well. So it starts to go grrr, like the icon, like when you click on something and your computer is a little bit slow and you get that little color wheel turning. Like, okay, here we are. The mind can do that. And sometimes, your computer, when it does that and it doesn't come out of that, and eventually, in worst case, you kind of have to like shut the whole thing down because nothing works. It's just like the whole system goes like non-responsive. That's what can happen to our minds. And in that case, just go sleep. In that case, just go play or do something. Take yourself out of that. Go shake your body. I don't do that often enough. There are other ways of coming out of that, but movement, resetting the body, getting the flow back, that's auto-generation. If we freeze too much, trauma freezes us, freezes the body, gets us locked in a state. Cosmic blue monkey, the inner child, if trauma in childhood or later on freezes the system in a state that it does not develop on from, trauma doesn't get healed. I'm always on about that. It locks something in that place that cannot be updated, and then the flow doesn't fully flow, and then the healing can't fully work, and then it's just a linear progression, or maybe it's a multidimensional expression of now we'd have to explore the red moon wave spell in parallel. I haven't done enough of that. We're still getting there. But it runs parallel with this wave spell. And when we get to the red moon, we will remember the blue storm wave that we're exploring now. Not necessarily linearly, oh, this means this. We're synthesizing. We're diving deep into each particle so that when the time, it's like in the intuition. I mean, it's all already there. We don't need to do any of that. We are it. This is just, to me anyway, this is just fun. I don't need this cosmology to live a successful life. No way. It's just fun. It's like playing a game with life itself. What do I need when I get stuck, though? And I do get stuck here or there or now and then, because I too have got programming installed that's getting me into that non-responsive state. And then you have to force quit the app. But if it keeps on doing that, there's a problem I need to look at. And healing happens through knowing in my books. And now we have this what is helping us for auto-generation. Any healing, any time, very important. Look at what is. But if the moon is not flowing, for example, we look at the blue hand in the wave spell of the moon is always attached to the hand. No, red earth. Okay, if the flow isn't working, how do we heal? Solar earth. Where am I going? Now I'm meandering. Wait, just keep talking, Tatiana. Solar human. Yeah, part of my mind is like, I'm lost, I don't understand. Wait, can you repeat that? No, I don't. I'm just going to keep on talking. Shut the fuck up. Oh no, kindly. Wait for it. Don't worry about it. You don't have to understand everything. Just let me keep on talking. Solar earth, solar human, and in this case, solar night, blue night, guiding this one, and the overtone wizard, receptivity, the solar human, free will is the action. No, 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 no. What was the first thing I said? I never go there. The power. The power of all of these is navigation, abundance, free will, timelessness, and realization. Realization is the center. So, do we get to realize our power is in navigating timelessness, and I should include the power of empowerment on timelessness, because it's the medicine here. It's not on tone 9, but it's the power, in this case empower, in our regular case to pulsing, pulse of life. Everything has a pulse. Okay, and now we've got navigation, timelessness. I'm going counterclockwise around realization. We're realizing maybe the pulse of, what did I say? Navigation, timelessness, free will, and abundance. Navigating timelessness, free will, and abundance is the power. I'm just throwing these words out there, not yet congealing. I'm still analyzing. If they're congealing for you, Now the action, in this case, realize knowing, evolve, enchant, influence, dream. Guided by dream. That's the action. The action. Dream. Did I say synchronize? No, evolve. Dreams evolve us. We're dreaming, if it's the shadow aspect of dream, it's like we just get lost in dreams and we don't bring it into, we don't act, there's not enough action. So in this case, dream is the action. Abundance is the power, and the essence is intuition. Now, we're talking optimal functioning, and this is the guide to use our ability to dream, our imagination. The imagination, another thing that to me in the Western world is really not emphasized enough. We're too rational and too action oriented. Our ability to dream, everything comes from the imagination. Everything, the way we experience our life is absolutely, I'd say 99%, maybe 99, 95%, I don't know, more than 90% surely, driven by our interpretation of a thing. And that is mental, that is imagination, that is not touch it, feel it, taste it, cut it down type of thing. It's in our mind. So the human experience is surely what percent mind? I remember Deepak Chopra saying, body is slow-moving mind. I don't know if that's his original quote, but that's where I read it first. Body is slow-moving mind. All objects are actually now verbs. They are processes. This chair is a process. It's a verb. So it's experience. it may experience itself as chair, it may not, but I experience the chair as chair. It's my experience. The paradigm that there is a chair out there independent of my experience is becoming more and more unreal for me. I'm getting more and more into that quantum realization that no, it's just there from my perspective and then from yours. But our perspectives converge here. So we are both moving through this reality together, and we are auto-generating it. And we say we because that's just so much more fun than there just being one I. And therein lies this thing: treat every human as you would yourself. And we will develop that consciousness globally. I believe in it, and it will be unthinkable. I wouldn't put a bomb on myself. A bomb. I wouldn't bomb myself. I wouldn't cut my own leg off willingly. I wouldn't torture myself. Why would I? People do it. A lot of this old consciousness, as the way we've gotten to know ourselves through every means possible, has led many of us to self-torturement in one way or the other. Internally, living in internal agony is self-torture. And if we are causing harm to another, surely that is a result of the harm that has been caused to us or that we are causing to ourselves. I don't know. But it will become something unthinkable of doing, like, no ways. And it's really just a very, very low frequency consciousness that is still very active on the planet right now. And we do well to just send light to it so that it can delight and debug itself. And we can heal it within ourselves through knowing. The blue hand is always attached to, where am I? The yellow human, analog. Now, in the wave spell of the blue hand itself, the wave spell of the yellow human is the analog wave spell. Most like itself. So humans are doers. The hand healing is also, of course, action doing. That we do things with our hands. We heal with our hands. We act with our hands. Our hands are an incredible tool at the end of our arms. It makes a huge difference. Our hands and our brains are incredibly linked. Our hands, our brains, our hearts, our intention to realize, to have the hand on tone 9, to realize what are we doing with our hands? What are we doing with anyway? What are we doing? What do we do? What is our intention for our action? And if auto-generation, that link is a vital part to understand our evolution. The earth is always attached to the hand. Antipod, our evolution, our navigation, our synchronization. And when in this case, on tone 9, guided by abundance, by intuition, it can be guided by the nightmares. And then we cause very different actions than if we're guided by love. On the solar tone, the medicine, in order to be healthy and functioning and evolving according to the way we are evolving, anything that's evolving into more darkness and more bomb throwing, it's temporary. It's not going to last. It's not a cosmic divine order. It's not it's not the win-win. It's not in alliance with the greater good. It's not that. It is allowed to be experienced. It gets experienced, but it is pocket locked, if you will. It's kind of like your limited illusion is true within a smaller context, not a cosmic truth. So this for the earth, the hand, the human, and the wizard always attached with the hand, the earthly hand, the human, in the middle. And in this energy, catalyze, auto-generate, self-generation, wave spell, it works with the hand on tone 9. That is its core function in this wave spell. Solar, pulse, realize, intention, knowing, accomplishing, healing. About a knowing, healing, accomplishment. No, heal, knowing, accomplish, knowing, healing. If we're talking power, action, essence. Power, action, essence. Ugh, once I got that down, this is going to go yet another level elsewhere. And we're guided by abundance. Abundance. We tend to, abundance. There is nothing opposite abundance in reality. It does not exist. It's like non-existence cannot, by definition, exist. It does because it has to, because otherwise I couldn't. But where does it exist? And what would it be? It can't be, can it? So what is the opposite of abundance in reality? It can't. Everything is everything is that. It's abundant. The universe is abundance. Life is abundance. Everything is abundance. Is life is abundance, right? Where's the flaw in my thinking? Where is my hypothesis not holding true? The dog wave spell says like, oh, please don't investigate the shadow aspect of it. You will meet it. Of course, there is this lack consciousness, but that too is abundant. There's a lot of lack consciousness on the planet. There's a lot of poverty on the planet. There's a lot of people in misery on the planet. Misery is abundant on the planet. So if I'm in lack consciousness, it's not because there isn't abundance. It's because I can't for a moment realize there is abundance. So the healing is to realize that I'm realizing that I'm not realizing abundance. Do you get it? I give more power to something that causes me an upset or an illness. Somewhere there is an imbalance. Somewhere I'm not in alignment with myself or with the greater self or whatever the case may be. And therefore, I can't have as much wisdom as I need, yellow human. Antipodal wave spell, this human, yellow sun. The challenge, the stabilizer is the storm itself. For this human, the solar human in the antipodal wave spell of the sun, not the wave spell of the yellow seed. The wave spell of the yellow sun in the antipod position is also realizing, pulsing realization and intention, in service of life, universal fire. It may burn too hot. It may be too much fire or too little fire. Go to a Chinese medicine person. If in that case they will tell you. Maybe an Ayurveda practitioner will tell you also too much dosha or kapha or whatever, and like too little water and fire imbalance. And then there's wind. Remember the storm, water, moon is antipod, sun analog, and wind occult, the elements. And then the storm itself does not directly have the earth. It is indirectly here on tone 9. It is on tone 6 on the seed in the medicine position. So it shows up in the occult waves. No, can't be. Yes, it shows up in the medicine occult wave on tone 6, supporting the seed, the focus, the flowering, the blossoming of our seed potential, the earth, the ground, the fertile ground for our own seed potential, for our auto-generating, so that the inner child is healthy, so that we can be with the child, with ourselves, in a constant pulsing, realizing adult child self. This is, I'm limited to my concepts of it. They are one, and I don't know how to express it properly. But that's okay, because this is where I am at. This is where I am speaking. This is the point of convergence that Tatiana is at. And in the analog, it shows up here. No, who's analog to the earth? Hand, of course. No, that's antipod, Tatiana. A wind. Of course. Oh, beautiful. And the seed underneath. Oh, yummy, 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 yummy. Love, 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 love. Delight, 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 delight. Oh, 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 oh. Joy, 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 joy. This is just like, is this too much fire? Is this, my saliva is increasing, so that must be a good sign. That's healing. Increased salivation is a very good sign. Too much of it, once I start drooling around here, I'm a bit out of balance in the other direction. But. Mm. Oh. Oh, there is a divine child above our apartment. She's like, I don't know, maybe 13 or something, 12, 13. Must be home alone. And she's singing along. Oh, beautiful. What is this song? The memory of... Is that Mariah Carey? Oh, man. Oh, beautiful. I don't know if you can hear it. Anyway, oh, I want to say something about this. Amazing. She's singing full voice. These apartments are not, like she has no, obviously, she knows we're home. She rang the doorbell earlier, needing the key to the basement. She has no sense or worry about who hears her. Either she's not, like, there's no awareness, or she doesn't care. And that's such a power. That's a superpower. Children have that superpower naturally. I can sadly say it's part of my prison walls to have lost a lot of that. I was indoctrinated into this. What are people supposed to think? And you gotta always mind everyone else's blah 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 blah. Oh, and that is part of the trajectory of dying in this physiological form. This is part of what will kill this body, because if I can't develop into new areas of myself because I'm too worried about how this, like affecting someone else, or how someone else will think of me when I overstep the boundaries of my solitary, I am all alone here sense, and then therefore I can try something out, it will limit my ability to grow. And in time, that will be enough reason, not, it sounds like dramatic, it will kill me, but that'll be reason for me to say, I gotta leave this body behind, because if I can't be that free. And when it comes to singing, oh my God, would I love to just sing at the top of my voice like this girl. Oh, Yes, would I ever do it? Absolutely, probably not. I'd have to take a very heavy dose of something and indeed be somewhere all alone. But that's a possibility. So therein I have pulsed my realization. I have dreamed a reality into being in an instant. Like, at least I could try that out. I can take my car deep into the forest, far away from every city, and then I can just let rip. And I can take something that will take down my self-judgment, and there we go. All right, plan made. Yellow human, free will. I've influenced my future. Have I? Have I? Yeah. Yeah, White Wizard, timelessness. When it happens, doesn't matter. Anytime. It's already happened. I'm collapsing that quantum superposition. Yeah, and maybe I'll call in another self that is altogether. Yeah, that's the world bridger. Yesterday, the world bridger can help me find a way to bridge worlds that my limited thinking was now saying I can't ever get there from here. These were tracks laid in my childhood. I will never do what she does as this adult, and if I don't, then this is the trajectory of my life. And in a moment later, the world bridger, unbeknownst to me or in the background, healing, uh, said, there are options you're not seeing. And he stands for death. I call him a he. The world bridger is a he, out of German. The death. The is masculine. Death is a masculine word. Feminize her, she. My brain goes like, what? uh, World bridger, death, equalize opportunity. So let that version of me. No, never mind. Okay, it just happened. I don't need to analyze it. So, am I going anywhere else? Free will, receptivity, timelessness, enchant, delight. We've been there. Night, abundance, solar tone, developing the, all these wave spells that we're riding in parallel. The red moon, the the white dog, which started at the end of the white wind. It started at the white wind, the cosmic wind, but it's the wave spell of the white dog in reverse. We're riding it in time, reversing in time. The beginning is the end is the beginning. My brain does not, I can't, as I say, compute that, but there it is. and and the wave spell of the yellow sun, analog. Analog, not forward. For anyone who skipped. Anyway, these 3, 4, and the storm. What am I saying? The cosmic tones of all of these are no ways. Wrong wave spell. Okay. Monkey, cosmic dragon, back to the beginning. The dragon is birth, being, nurturing, huh? That's exactly what I just did. I gave myself a new option of birthing a version of myself that I just thought couldn't happen. But there are options where she can happen and stay in the body. And then the cosmic star, harmony, beauty, elegance, beauty, art, endure and transcend. And what is a cosmic tone? Endure, transcending presence. And the magnetic dog, which shows us how the end is the beginning. Love is, oh man, and it's guided by the eagle, the vision, the mind vision, create. So it's so elegant how this auto-generate wave spell and is it's good to remember that the yellow sun wave spell lands us, the straight one, in a cosmic human, the analog in the cosmic star. There is a link here. The wave spell of the yellow sun has the blue storm as in its analog. So the wave spell of the blue storm is analog. I'm thinking 3 steps ahead. Can I finish my thought, please? Why is this important? This is important because the analog wave spell of the blue storm going magnetic storm, lunar, mirror, electric, earth, blah, 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 lands in where? Cosmic hand. Yes, absolutely, cosmic hand. And that cosmic hand is the notation of the number is 13, is 3 dots and 2 lines. A line is 5. So it's 5, 5, 3, 13. And anything that has 3 dots has the same guide. 3 has 3 dots, same guide as 8, which is 5 plus 3, has the same guide as 13, 5, 5, 3. So this today's guide is the abundance, night, intuition. So arriving at the cosmic human through the analog wave spell of the storm, where in the traditional wave spell the solar hand is the same key signature as the cosmic hand, just the path to it is different. And the solar hand has this analog human, the solar human, out of the sun wave spell also, but the analog wave spell. Getting to it in like reversed order of the kins. It matters. And the cosmic hand from the analog wave spell would be, it's the cosmic hand attached to the cosmic human from the sun wave spell. It's the same key signature. I don't know what it's just like, with the cosmic earth, analog. And that antipod, of the hand. Oh, that would be, that would be the analog to the cosmic human. Is a bit far. It's a bit of a jump there, but just placing all the cosmic. I mean, why am I going there? Because we are cosmically navigating. Humanity is becoming a cosmic being. If we take timelessness, the wizard, which is one seal directly after the yellow human, and therefore in succession through the wave spells, always following it directly. It's the lunar wizard. Okay, in the yellow human wave spell. Why am I talking crap? It's two. I'm talking crap because there's a Skywalker in between. So it's electric to the human. It bonds, links, service. It gives electricity. It's like, yeah. Boy. Okay, let me stop here. Just a reminder of our own cosmic, and the cosmic wind as the medicine is the end of the dog wave spell, the end of love. I mean, the love, it's not the end. It's because everything is now, right? The time pulsar of love, loyalty, and heart, a heart space. It's so important. In the Western world, we're very, very, very mind and brain focused. So much brain research and brain. if they understood that the cause of dementia is not the brain misfunctioning, it is the heart. It's the heart that's the cause. I want to say that's the problem. But there is a cause in the heart that then affects the brain eventually, is a problem in the heart. It's a problem in love. That's why the auto-generations, the blue storm, is auto-generating that which is dementia. It's no longer auto-generating a fully functioning, what we would call healthy functioning brain. There's heart grief that causes that. White dog, and the cosmic wind, the time pulsar, white dog, white wizard on 5, white mirror, order on 9, solar mirror, pulse, realize, intention, order, endlessness, whatever the third word on the mirror was, and then the wind, breath communicates spirit, I think, or some other way around. The cosmic breath, we might do well to learn cosmic breathing. The cosmic breath is spirit breathing. It's the wind is the antipode to the yellow human. The cosmic human has the cosmic breath as its antipode. Very, very important. They're always together. Breath and human are always together. Can't live without it. Cannot live without it. And it's like the cosmic breath is a love, is breathing love in and breathing love out. The cosmic breath blesses your body, your heart, your everything, and it blesses everything that is seemingly not you out in this third dimensional time-space reality where there is an I over here and everything else. I am the center of everything else that exists, not in terms of ego, but in terms of everything exists in a circle of 360 degrees in the sphere around me. I can go in every direction out to infinity in physical space, and everything that exists in some distance away from me. My cosmos, I am the center of my physiological universe, because it goes infinitely away from me in all directions. So where's the center? Here. You are the center of your universe. And it's like that cosmic breath is the healer. Is so healing of auto generations. Very, very important. Realize intention. In and out. Breathing in, breathing out. Light in, darkness out. Light in, light out. Blessings in, blessings out. Let darkness mind itself. You don't worry about that. You don't go into a room and say, oh, let's chase the dark away. Where's the light switch? It's like, I want to see something. Light, thank you. It's that simple. We don't fight the darkness. We don't battle that shit. We don't no. You don't need to. Just like, what is it I want? Your intention to what you want. That's the way forward. That's the yellow warrior. I'm not going to place it back in this wave spell. Where was it? Never mind. I'm done. Cosmic breath. And when the dark comes, when something heavy comes, it's not always possible. I want to say, let's love it. It's not always easy. It's not always even possible. And accept that it's not possible. Like when I'm in this space, I'm always very thankful for the way I can actually, even sometimes unbeknownst to myself, love myself through my darkness, love myself through my forgetfulness, love myself through being anything but sun, being anything but dog, being like totally uh, like, yeah, lost, lost. And how would I mean, I couldn't exist without that. I wouldn't. You know, existence wouldn't exist without the non-existent non-existence. It's just lovely. I mean, is anything of life not theoretical? It's just like the third dimension is just an expression of like, of everything that has integrity, of everything that works in terms of physiological, the physiology. It all works. It functions. It exists. It is everything is cosmic because it endures. It exists. The plants, the objects, the atoms, the objects that they shape and that they form. And we, the divine in us, the divine creative, the blue eagle, the spark of life, all together create new forms out of the already existing atoms and molecules, and infinitely shape. We create new worlds all of the time. Some are extremely similar, the same, like this one. We can use exactly the same elements and create infinite worlds exactly out of the same stuff, or radically depart from this. There is no limit, none, but the limit of our imagination. But we can't even imagine ourselves beyond what we can imagine ourselves being, because we can't. But that doesn't mean we don't exist there. And maybe they know, of those versions of us know us, but we don't know them. And that's cool. So yeah, but we gotta stay very practical. Don't like, I can defy gravity in my mind, absolutely, like no end. I'm doing it all the time, for better and for worse. That's hieros gamos with myself. I'm, yeah, what God has put together, no man can put asunder. You know, like, you can't divorce me from me. The inner male and inner female cannot be divorced. They cannot be taken apart. But they can fight with each other, or they can, you know, like, assert different levels of dominance, or, you know, like, claim the driver's seat in different ways. You know, it's not always harmony. And yet, harmony would not know what harmony is if there were not disharmony to compare it to give it meaning, to give it shape, to give it significance, to give it delight. It requires that other side. And the balance to the other side, the balance light and dark, is not 50-50, make no mistake. We have the free will, so we can take it into 50-50. We can take it into more, much higher levels of dark to light. I mean, a dark room or a night and a candle, it's not even, I don't even know what ratio that would be between dark and light. It's not a problem. In physiological terms, you know, that is all well and healthy, and because the greater system is always balanced. But when it comes to our psychological darkness, yeah, we can take it far, but it never outweighs. Like, it's, I think, part of the, I don't know, illusion or limited reality, like smaller bubble reality. In ultimate reality, the light, quote unquote light, always has a higher whatever, but only light is active. Dark is not active. If fire energy gets used to fuel what we call dark actions, that's just like not the dark itself. That's our actions. So when we throw bombs on each other, or yell at each other, or I don't know what, abuse ourselves, those are psychologically dark actions. But the dark itself has no power. So our own choices and our own light is always more powerful than anyone. That's why one actually doesn't need to worry about anybody cursing, because your own light would, theoretically speaking, always be stronger. If we are not living in that light, we can be affected by curses. And that's a worthy experience to make, to realize like, aha, that's how that works. So yeah, and you don't know how that works until you experience it, which is why the old souls on this planet, they've been through all that. Cursed and been cursed. They know it all. And often they lack confidence the most. How funny is that? Anyways, it's like, yeah, fuck. How not to be super, like, I don't know. But times are changing, so that's a good thing. My judgment says that's a good thing. Okay, I'm freezing cold. I am. Before I was cold, I am. And after I am cold, I will be. And I will be what I was. There's this beautiful quote. It was one of my favorite quotes when I was a goth in my teens and I drew coffins everywhere. I always wrote on the coffin. I have to check up that I don't say the wrong thing. I think it says, eris quod sum. What is that? Eris quod sum? Let's see. Was that right? Yes. Oh God, I remember that. What the fuck? How did I remember this one correctly? I mean, like, how deeply did that bloody thing ingrain itself into my memory? I forget the most significant shit. Eris quod sum is a Latin phrase translating to "you will be what I am," commonly used as a memento mori, in brackets reminder of death, on gravestones. It is often part of the fuller phrase "Eram quod eris quod sum." The longer phrase I was looking for, I only remember the first half. Eram quod eris quod sum, meaning I was what you are, you will be what I am, reminding the living of their inevitable mortality. Oh, delight, 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 love, 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 joy, 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 joy. Oh, this is so fun, man. Why am I ever so glad I played around with the depression and death and wanting to die and being so miserable at that age? Like, so good to do that early in life. And now what's the word? Oh, fuck, what's the word? Well, that does something for me now. It's not salvation, absolves. Some of me, is that the word I'm looking for? Where I'm often very hard on myself on all the things I didn't learn in childhood and the fears that built my walls and my limitations and my chains and my blah blah blah. But there were other things I did. And messing around with death and depression in my early years was like definitely a good thing. Yes, thank you, Tatiana. Eram quod erit quod sum. Is eris quod sum. Fuck, man, divine, 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 divine. Yeah, deep meaning. We will be dead someday. Isn't that a good thing? Thank God. But we will never die. We're eternal. We are the cosmic breath of life, so no worries there. And our consciousness remains. I mean, just like if you have any doubt about it, take yourself to a good psychedelic experience and that doubt will be gone. It can be done in one fell swoop. World bridge yourself there. And then that's done. I mean, every human should take psychedelics to get over this fear of death thing, and then we can get on with being human. Okay, enough said. Bah, 1.5 hours again. I had fun. Thanks a lot. Going to share this. And my light goes out to everyone. My light goes out to everyone who is but one. Wave and ocean, ocean and wave, storms or calm waters, sunshine or cloud, water in the sky, reaching for the sun, raining down to earth, and the wind breathing life into it all. Right? Simple, right? Realizing the pulse of water, realizing the pulse of the earth rotating around the sun, around her own axis, giving life, giving shape, giving meaning, and temperance, temporariness, gives meaning to eternity. They belong together like wind and human, like life and death, like in-breath and out-breath, like inspiration and expiration. Oh, have a beautiful day, and just check your feet, check in with your feet for like when you get up from wherever you are right now, or with your next 3 steps, whatever you're doing, consciously lift one foot and check its pulse and place it down with love, and feel the love between your foot and the earth, even if you're 20 stories above ground. Lift it and lover. Your foot is an earth lover. Lover the earth, and up it goes, and lover the earth. And the gravity of the earth is like, I am your lover. I make sure you never leave me. You're stuck here whether you like it or not, because I love you. So I'm breathing life into you. I give my breath, your breath, and my trees. We are one with the trees, by the way. They exhale what we need for life, and we exhale what they need for life. They inhale our breath and form their bodies. We inhale their breath and form our bodies. Surely our bodies are made out of breath, not food. And as much as 3 bodies are made out of air, not... Check, I think I put a link underneath the last Red Earth video. The Penrose universe, I think that's what comes from, where he explains how trees form not from the soil, not from the water. The carbon in the tree's body is formed from the air. Like, that's a paradigm shift of serious note. Okay, enough said. Take care. I want to say speak soon, but yeah, I'm hearing you inside me, I suppose. I'm hearing myself. I'm hearing the one. I'm hearing whatever. Oh.